Windows.
Hello everyone, this is Todd Uriah with Sparty and Preflight here. This is our final video of our
top five
favorite types. And today we have water type Pokemon. Try not to get too wet watching this video.
That's disgusting.
This might actually be like my favorite type. Water might be my favorite type.
Water was the toughest for me to narrow down. I had a lot of water types I really liked.
I have a lot of water types.
Yeah, this was very difficult. There's just so many. You know?
Now,
I'm so happy I'm last because my favorite Pokemon ever is also water type.
Too bad it was spoiled in the first one.
Oh boy, here we go.
Now, here's the thing before we start. We're not quite sure what we're going to do after this. Probably going to do some more lists. Probably going to try some Let's Plays, but we have to get everything settled here with Kevin going back to college, and me and Jake still have a lot of time off here to decide on what we want to do. So it's just going to kind of come and go. We're going to release these, you know, just kind of sparsely at first, see what happens, but we definitely like doing this, and we're definitely planning on doing this for a long time.
Absolutely.
So, until then, just hold tight, and we'll see what we can come up with, but until then, here's our water video. Now, who goes first, Jake?
My number five.
So excited.
My number 5 water type. I can't believe this, Kev. Why? Why are you so pumped to go last? Because I know who your number 1 is. This is me off.
I think everyone knows who my number 1 is.
Sorry to get sidetracked.
Watching these videos.
My number 5 is, you say Kyogre, I say Kyogre. Hell of a Pokemon. A pure water type, which is very rare.
Ian is pissed.
Kyogre is sweet. And just like Groudon, you can't go wrong with him. When I first got a card of him, it was a Team Aqua card of him, and it was just, oh man, just the coolest looking Pokemon. When I first saw Kyogre, I just thought he looked so cool. How he has those like red glowing marks on him, and it's just, it looks so ancient and just so cool. And oh man, just great Pokemon, orgasmic Pokemon, if you will. Just such a sweet Pokemon.
A lot of people hate on Gen 3, and personally, it's like my favorite.
Yeah.
The storyline is so good. The Pokemon are awesome. I just love it. I just love Gen 3. It's easily one of my favorites. I mean, you can't. Gen 1 and 2 are great. I love them, but Gen 3 might be my favorite.
Absolutely. I mean, like Kev said, I mean, Gen 3 was, I mean, and I wasn't personally the biggest fan of Gen 3 at first, but Kev got me and Ian both into Gen 3. And
I never had a problem with Gen 3.
Quite honestly, I think the legendaries, I think they kept it short and simple with the legendaries in Gen 3. But all of them, right, and all of them looked great. I cannot complain about a single legendary in Gen 3. So, my number 5 is Kyogre. I love him, and I know you guys are going to hate on me for saying Kyogre. You're going to say, oh no, it's Kyogre, or whatever. No, Kyogre. I don't care. I say Kyogre. That's how I pronounce it. That's how I will always pronounce it. He is my number 5. A hell of a water Pokemon. Ian, you're up.
Hick.
My number 5, no one will have on their list.
Challenge accepted.
Alright.
Nah.
My number 5 is Golduck.
Ooh,
oh, nice pick, Ian.
Golduck, I always thought was psychic, first off. Which would have made him...
I know.
Isn't Psyduck psychic, though?
Nope.
Really?
Both just pure water types.
Both of them are pure water, but they do learn psychic types attacks, which makes them awesome.
And the best part is Gen 1.
Well, that's not the best part in my opinion. But Psyduck, I love his little ruby in the middle that he uses to shoot his beams out.
That's so cool.
He's one of the few duck Pokemon, and they got it right immediately off the bat. The only other one I can think of is Ducklet and Swanna, and they suck dick.
Do.
Well, they're not ducks.
They're just like big fat
Ducklet is a duck.
Ducklet is the ugly duckling. It's the one that thinks it's a duck, but it's actually a swan.
He sucks dick. Golduck is actually right. Like, Golduck is a duck.
I think Swan is a pretty Pokemon, though.
You mean because you don't trust that one?
Alright, well, he's technically not a duck, so I won't rip on him.
Okay.
Good Golduck got it so right. Webbed feet and everything. water type.
A
Pretty
cool
decently
looking
strong,
too.
and he can learn psychic abilities to add just a special twist to him. I like him.
Golduck is
loves
sweet.
psychics.
Yeah, I love Golduck. Very cool Pokemon. So yeah. All right, Kev.
My number 5 is a total Bamf. Hit him hard, hit him fast.
Put it out.
New.
Oh, I thought you said
I thought it was going
Mew.
to be way higher than 5. Hit him hard, hit him fast. Hit him with his claw. That's right, New.
God, no.
Oh boy.
My number 5, like I said, I love Gen 3, is Corphish.
Okay, I can deal with that. Just because he evolves into Crawdon.
Here's my thing.
I don't know why you wouldn't have Crawdon. Well, I do know why. 'Cause
deal
he's
with
adorable,
Corphish
but
because he is the just trolliest fuck in the world, and I hate him. Because he, for some reason, knows superpower and crunch. And I just want him to die. And the other thing is, Jake has a Pokemon toy of him. It is the smallest thing in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And for some reason, I just don't get it. It is literally that big. It is so small.
if you could see what Ian was
Miming.
Take your thumbnail and put it against your eye, and that's about how big the toy was.
Well, I really like Corphish. He's kind of like the Krabby of Gen 3.
He is.
And
he is, because he's one of the crab Pokemon.
And I kind of like him better.
I definitely don't.
No offense. Like, I know you won't. But I kind of, like I said, I'm more of a Gen 3 person.
You are.
I love him. I love Krabby too. Don't get me wrong. He was in my list, but I love Corphish. He's freaking adorable. He's a lobster. I like the fact that he's a lobster over a crab. I like lobsters more than crabs.
Pokemon are unique.
I love water types.
I know.
They're so good. No, they aren't, but they are. And I like them so much, and they make me so happy. But yeah, Corphish is my number 5.
Okay, my number 4 is Suicune. A legendary dog. The coolest looking legendary dog, in my opinion. Raikou comes to a close second.
Raikou has a very close second.
I know. I just love Suicune, and I like that they made a movie about him. Pokemon Forever was a really great movie, and it really got you... Like, it allowed us to all see Suicune.
Why the electric dog not get a movie?
I don't know. And we addressed that,
Technically, it wasn't really Entei. We went through this. It's not really Entei.
Right. It's really all about...
It's just in the unknown.
Which is gay.
Still in it.
Suicune is really awesome. Just a majestic, cool-looking Pokemon. The right way you should make a legendary Pokemon, and I think...
I just thought of someone for Steel.
Who?
Jirachi.
Oh my god.
The Steel type that should not be Steel.
Never should.
You're right.
Anyways,
yeah,
completely different.
That should have been an honorable mention. Unbelievable. Nice, though. That was a good pick.
Yeah.
But Suicune, they made him right. And I like that they dedicated a version to him, Crystal version. The whole thing where you can actually catch him in that, it made it just a lot better. And I loved it. I love Suicune. I love Crystal version.
Without chasing over the goddamn fucking man.
Oh, it's great. It's so much nicer.
It's such a pain in the ass.
Oh, I know, but it's so worth it. It really is.
It is worth
the only
it.
thing I don't like is his attacks when you first start with him. He like knows Gust and like stupid attacks.
Yeah, that's weird. Gust.
I guess Bubble Beam's
He's the
a good
spirit of
attack.
the. He's the spirit of like the south wind, north wind.
Is it?
South wind.
Something like that.
You
yeah.
think he knows something better than Gust?
He's like a spirit of the wind. I know that. Like he's on the. But yeah.
Should learn something better than Gust.
But anyways, it helps with the weakness to grass, which is always cool.
So that's kind of what
It's
I did.
real bad.
But I think Jake's done with Suicune, so Ian, if you want to start with 4.
My number 4 is Gyarados, and
Gyarados?
that's how I pronounce it.
Seriously?
Okay.
I'm like, I've never heard you say that before.
My number 4 is Gyarados. First time I've actually had Gyarados on any of my lists. Everyone likes Gyarados. He's a giant dragon, flying snake, water thingy. And yeah, like there's not much else to say about Gyarados. I mean,
he shouldn't be flying.
Awesome. He should be.
He shouldn't be flying. No, but he is, and I guess that's fine.
Thanks for ruining my number 1.
So.
Don't even get him started.
You ruined 2 of mine.
You ruined so many people's lives.
I think that's all I can say about Gyarados. So.
My number 4 water type, obviously, is a Pokemon which we talked about a little bit during fighting, but it had nothing to do with fighting. And that would be Politoed. I really like Politoed.
I like Politoed too.
I
am completely alone in the fact that I don't like Politoed.
I like him more than Poliwrath. Jake probably likes Poliwrath more.
Absolutely, I like Poliwrath more. Poliwrath's a badass, but Politoed is really cool too.
I like Politoed more than I like Poliwrath.
Not enough attention for Politoed.
Politoed,
and he's green.
He's green, which is awesome. He fits in with like the whole tadpole thing that Poliwag was going for, and turning into an actual frog.
Yeah,
which I feel.
They did him justice.
I think he looks sweet. He can learn bounce.
Yeah, that's really unique.
Which is really cool. I think was he the first one?
The first one.
Yep. Bounce.
Yes, he was.
And that's so cool. I think he's.
And he's a Gen 2er.
And he's a Gen 2er,
which is great.
One of 2 Gen 2ers.
So in light of that, Kev, my 3rd guy is Poliwrath.
Interesting.
Poliwrath is freaking great. Fighting in water type, awesome Pokemon. At first I thought he was psychic in water, but I actually had him in my fighting video, so I'm not going to go too in-depth with Poliwrath. Just a badass Pokemon, a great Pokemon, a strong one, learns Dynamic Punch, knows it with Chuck. Great guy, Ian.
My number 3 is Kyogre. Whoop-de-freaking-do.
Ian is pissed. All right.
Ancient
none of my Pokemon are going to be picked by you guys, and I'm loving it because that's why I'm loving being last. My number 3 is easily my favorite water type from Gen 4, and that would be Weasel.
I think he's dumb.
Weasel is a river otter.
See, I don't like him. I don't like him because
love.
Oh man,
river otters. I think they're the most adorable thing ever.
I just wish he didn't have that floaty.
And then he has a little floaty around his neck.
That's stupid.
That is so cute. And then his tails remind me of tails from Sonic the Hedgehog.
And Floatzel definitely does not need a bigger floaty. If anything, he should
raft.
not have a floaty.
It's a raft.
Well, he doesn't need it. He is more.
He's
an adult weasel. He doesn't need to float. He's fine.
It's for carrying other people.
That's ridiculous.
It carries. I'm pretty sure in its description it says that it ferries Pokemon across
He just
water.
hold his arm or something like.
Ponyta can't hold a rabbit of Floatzel's arm.
Wait, what?
If it's kicking a Ponyta across the river, Ponyta can't exactly hold its arm.
Why did Ponyta cross the road?
To the other side.
Why did Ponyta cross the river? So it can drown itself
and die.
Well, that escalated quickly. Anyways,
I like Weasel. I'm sorry, I really don't.
I think it's adorable with his little tail. He's got the little spinning tails. He was. I'm pretty sure Aquajet was made for him.
Yeah, it was.
He is speed water. He is such a speedy water type.
See, he's like Ferret as a water type.
And I love Ferret too.
I know you do.
Ferret is a ferret. Weasel. River otter. Adorable, 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 adorable. Can't say it enough.
Yeah. Ian's dying over here.
Jake.
Okay, my number 2 is Feraligatr. Feraligatr is a freaking tank. Gen 2er. Kev, I know you're upset with this pick, but Feraligatr is a beast. The only thing I don't like about Feraligatr is his voice. The whole Feraligatr. It's kind of annoying. But I think he's really awesome. I like Feraligatr a lot. So, that's my number 2. Ian?
My number 2 is Starmie.
Makes sense.
I like Starmie. He's psychic. He's fast. He knows good attacks. That's it. Like, I've already talked about Starmie a lot. So.
My number 2. Jake kind of upset me with him picking Feraligatr for number 2. Is Totodile. Totodile is probably my favorite starter of all time.
I like Totodile's cry. Or his like, the way he talks.
I think he's really funny. I like Croconaut, too, actually. I like that whole line.
I love him. I love him so much. He's an alligator.
Yeah.
He's an alligator Pokemon, and I love him.
The last time they did
so
stuff with
much.
alligators was Sandile.
Which I found to appreciate because of my recent... But I don't like him as much as Totodile. He just doesn't fit.
No one can replace Totodile or Feraligatr.
I don't like Sandile or Krokorok.
Totodile is my favorite
Crocodile.
starter. I love him so much. He's adorable.
It's supposed to be square.
He's
it's
be-
not.
Gen 2 was like
Realize that
my game because
this
Gen
is
1
going
I
on.
never really played personally till later on.
So,
My brother played Gen 1
2,
for me and I watched him play it. But Gen 2 I played by myself and I loved it. It was amazing. And I chose Totodile as soon as I saw him. My idol as a child was Steve Irwin. I loved the Crocodile Hunter. I loved everything about Totodile was perfect.
Totodile is
God.
awesome.
He's blue with the red
Red
accents. He's adorable. He dances. He has an amazing cry.
He's so funny, too.
Oh my god! Ever since like the first episode of Johto, when he bites Jesse's hair and does not let go. Oh my god! Take my money. I want a Totodile. Go ahead, Jake.
Number 1! Finally, last but not least, my number 1 is Gyarados. Should be Dragon and Water. Very upset with that. But you know what? Gyarados is Gyarados. He is a part of my family. One of my Dragon Pokemon. Even though he's not technically Dragon. Gyarados is a beast. He's well worth it when he evolves from Magikarp. And he's one of the strongest Pokemon there is. So that's my number 1 for water. Ian?
Which side?
My number 1 is pretty self-explanatory. My third favorite Pokemon ever, Kabutops. Love Kabutops, love everything about him. Talked about it a lot in Rock. Will always be my third favorite Pokemon. Go ahead, Kev.
Oh yeah. You didn't know.
I thought you were
You
talking
go?
about.
You
Yep.
didn't know what I was looking at. Anyways,
Oh.
So,
This is one of my glory moments. I'm about to talk about my favorite Pokemon ever. Of all time. Jake is dying as I'm beginning to talk about
Kev, get out of here. I gotta say it, Kev.
I love him.
Such a dumb, stupid Pokemon. But I'm sorry. I'll let you have your spot.
Okay, I don't really like Raichu either, so it's okay.
Yeah.
My number 1 is Surskit. I love Surskit. He's fucking adorable. Oh my god. And he's water and bug. Greatest,
It is a unique type.
great combination right there. There's nothing wrong with that combination.
That is a really
The
cool
only
combination.
thing wrong with Surskit is that he evolves into Masquerain. He should not go from a water bug type, such a great combination, into a bug flying. Because we've had enough of those. There's plenty of bug flying. Keep the water bug, please. He is amazingly fast. Has great special attack.
Surskit.
And
I can't believe we're ending this series talking about Surskit. We started talking about Surskit.
Fuck yeah, we did.
And we ended it.
And it's a beautiful...
Actually,
beautiful
we didn't start with Surskit.
Well, no, we didn't start with Surskit. Technically, did I start? I did start. So the first thing we ever talked about was Heracross.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
But Surskit, I adore Surskit. He's an amazing Pokemon. He's so goddamn adorable with his little spindle legs. I love that. That's like my favorite thing is the little spindle legs. That's why I love the spiders. I love Galvantula and Joltik, and I love, even though their legs are a little bulky, but they still have the spindle legs. That's why I love Ariados and Spinarak. I love the spindle legs, and Surskit is the blue and the red little spots on his cheeks and the yellow cap, and my favorite Pokemon ever.
Surskit. Well, and Kev, that about wraps it up, and
we're not going to talk about honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions.
There should be.
We gotta say honorable mentions for this. It's water type. There's so many.
Pretty much every single water starter. Squirtle.
Wartortle,
Blastoise.
I have here Tentacruel and Cloyster, Lapras, Lantern, Swampert, Crawdont.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't have Lantern.
Milotic and
Palkia.
And Empoleon also.
I love Lantern.
Piplup.
And any of the water
Swampert.
starters. Even like, I love Oshawott, because once again, River Otter.
Yeah, that's your thing.
I love Oshawott, Dewott, Samurott. I love all three of them. Piplup, I'm a little iffy with, just because I love Turtwig way too much for Gen 4. It's the one I picked with, and it's the one I love. Krabby, Steel Line.
It's all great.
I love the Corsolas, Relicanths.
Dr.
Psyduck is alright. Trying to think. Whalmer, Wailord. I love water types. Yeah. I love water types. I do.
Magikarp.
Milotic.
Sunkern.
Ooh,
I had him
nice
up.
pick.
He was on there.
Nice one there. I like Milotic.
Well, at the end of the day, go out and play.
This about wraps it up, folks.
I want to thank everyone for watching these. If they
if anyone does watch them,
we can't thank you enough for any of the support you can give us. We love talking about these guys, but we're not yelling at each other. It's a lot of fun for us.
Keldeo, what?
All right, Kev. Oh my gosh! If you had him in your list,
we're not gonna end it on Keldeo. Okay?
No,
we're gonna end it on Sunkern.
Fuck Sunkern.
Oh my gosh! Fuck Sunkern.
Now, I hope everyone has a good day, and thank you very much. And we will let you know what we end up doing next.
Alrighty, bye bye.